As we converse, the night sky is undergoing drastic transformations that will alter its appearance within decades or even years. Leading experts and astronomers worldwide have sounded the alarm, with figures like Neil deGrasse Tyson warning that Polaris is about to undergo a significant change. The event behind this change is deeply concerning. Polaris' unique position in the night sky has made it a key marker as the North Star, serving as a constant reference for astronomers, navigators, and stargazers throughout history. Yet this stability may soon be disrupted, potentially reshaping both the night sky and the astronomical measurements we rely on. To understand this, it's important to look at the history of Polaris, which is now in its final stages. Polaris has long been revered as the guiding star, a beacon for astronomers and navigators over the ages. Its consistent presence in the sky has been fundamental to celestial navigation. But all of this could suddenly change. A recent study published by the esteemed Royal Astronomical Society in September 2023 has raised serious doubts about the star's future. Polaris is on the verge of an explosion that could remove it from the night sky permanently. Before we explore the implications of this discovery, let's take a closer look at the star itself. Polaris, also known as the North Star, holds a distinctive position in the sky due to its close proximity to the celestial North Pole. It is positioned almost directly above Earth's North Pole, which makes it appear motionless in the northern sky. The star resides within the constellation Ursa Minor. Polaris is a moderately bright yellow-white supergiant star, much larger in size than our Sun. While it may seem like a solitary star, it is actually part of a complex triple star system. Within this system, the main stars are Polaris AA and Polaris UB, which when viewed with the naked eye, appear as a single star. Additionally, there is a third companion, Polaris B, orbiting around the binary pair. The gravitational forces between these stars shape their orbits and affect their individual behaviors, which in turn impacts their brightness and other significant traits. Any disturbance in these interactions can lead to irregular changes in the star's luminosity or pulsation patterns. Although the precise details of these phenomena are not fully understood, Polaris is situated approximately 323 light-years from Earth. This means that the light we see from it today was emitted 323 years ago. This vast distance implies that if Polaris were to explode, we wouldn't know about it until 323 years later. Thus, when we finally observe such an event, over 3 centuries would have passed since it actually occurred. Current scientific projections are based on the available evidence suggesting that Polaris may have already exploded, though the light from that explosion has yet to reach us. Historically, the North Star has held great significance across civilizations and eras. It has served cultural, symbolic, and navigational purposes. Its unchanging position near the celestial North Pole has made it an essential tool for ancient mariners and travelers, guiding them across seas and lands. Almost aligned with Earth's rotational axis, it has been a reliable reference for determining direction, particularly in the northern hemisphere. The North Star holds profound symbolic importance in various cultures. For some, it embodies constancy and stability, an element that has remained unchanged amid the celestial dance of the night sky. Recently, however, this star has exhibited unusual behavior. This troubling alteration in its pulsation cycle has drawn the attention of astronomers, prompting further investigations into this celestial anomaly. Rather than following its expected pulsation pattern, Polaris has shown an unpredictable and erratic cycle of dimming and brightening. This variation has sparked concerns among scientists, who fear the star may be nearing the end of its life. This shift aligns with the behavior observed in stars nearing the end of their life cycles. The increasing irregularity in Polaris's pulsation intervals, which were once stable, might be due to interactions between the star and its companion system. Although these stars appear as one, they are influenced by each other's gravitational forces. There has been a noticeable rise in pulsation duration, about 4.5 seconds longer. While this might seem trivial, it carries significant implications. Some astronomers cautiously speculate that gravitational forces between the stars could explain these fluctuations in the star's atmospheric behavior, thus affecting its pulsation patterns. However, other scientists remain firm in their belief that the star is nearing an explosive end. Their suspicion is fueled by the growing similarities between Polaris behavior and that of Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse, another prominent star in the Orion constellation, has displayed irregularities in its brightness, leading to concerns that it might explode imminently. Several experts have warned that Betelgeuse's end is inevitable, pointing to its erratic brightness and behavior traits typical of stars in the final stages of their existence. NASA, drawn by the anomalies in Betelgeuse's behavior, has shown considerable interest in monitoring the star. The agency has expressed significant concern regarding its possible explosion. However, NASA has not indicated a similar level of concern about Polaris, despite its troubling behavior. Stars typically undergo an extensive journey through various evolutionary stages. In their early years, these stars are relatively dim and cool. As they mature, they enter the main sequence phase, where nuclear fusion occurs, maintaining stability for billions of years. When their hydrogen fuel runs out, they enter the red giant phase, where they rapidly increase in both temperature and brightness. This phase culminates in a catastrophic explosion such as a supernova. If Polaris were to undergo a supernova, it would be a spectacular event in the sky. The star would become incredibly bright, potentially outshining the moon and becoming one of the most brilliant objects visible in the night sky. This luminous display could last for days, weeks, or even months. The star's appearance would change, drastically transforming into an intensely bright object, possibly exhibiting different colors before eventually fading. This visual phenomenon could temporarily alter our perception of familiar constellations like Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, as Polaris is a part of both constellations. As for the safety of our planet, we are in no immediate danger. Given the size and distance of Polaris, it is highly unlikely that Earth would be affected by a stellar explosion. While a Polaris supernova may not be as dramatic as Betelgeuse's potential eruption, it could still be visible to the naked eye for an extended period and outshine nearby stars. The potential supernova of Polaris, though distant, would be an astronomical event that could transform our understanding of stellar evolution. Such a spectacle could bring both awe and confusion, especially to those who have long relied on the North Star as a steady guide. Its absence from the night sky would be an unsettling change for many, especially those who have grown accustomed to it being the focal point of celestial navigation. While Polaris is certainly in its final stages, it's Neil's warning about our future. It's important to remember that the journey of stars like this is part of the natural life cycle. Over the course of billions of years, stars undergo constant transformation. As they age, they become unstable, and their behavior becomes increasingly erratic. Polaris, a massive supergiant, is no exception. With the possibility of its explosive end on the horizon, astronomers and scientists are now carefully monitoring the star's movements and behavior, hoping to gather as much data as possible before any drastic changes occur. Though Polaris has been a constant in the sky for countless generations, its eventual fate is a reminder of the dynamic nature of the universe. The stars we see in the sky are not permanent fixtures. They are constantly evolving, and their lifespans can end in dramatic ways.